Hey everybody, it's Miss Day. I just wanted to go over Module 7. So if we come into Modules, you should see Module 7 right underneath Attendance. And Module 7 is about the art element form. And so we're also going to talk about illusions because there's either an actual form that's real, like a sculpture or an object, or then there's the form when it's in a painting or a drawing. In that case, it would be built around an illusion. So, the art element form refers to three-dimensional art or something that looks like it's three-dimensional, but it's represented on a two-dimensional plane, like a piece of paper or a canvas. It could be a painting, a drawing, or photography. So actual form means it's the real thing. It is the sculpture or the object. It's an illusion whenever it's a drawing, painting, or photography. So a lot of times we use value to create that illusion of form. And when we do that on a two-dimensional surface, we can trick our perception and make it look real. So I want you to also understand that your perception of the world can distort your thoughts. It can distort what you think you see. And here again, value and shading are what we use to create the illusion of form. To go from a basic two-dimensional shape, like when we drew the circle, to turn it into something three-dimensional like a sphere. And we've got vocabulary words here: shading, modeling, and this is a French word, and I think it's called trompe-l'œil. I know they say it in the video the correct way, so wherever they say in the video, that's the correct way to say it. And then of course we've got vocabulary about light, which is highlight, midtones, core shadow, reflected light, and cast shadow, and those refer back to the previous Module 6 as well. And then we've got a really cool social and emotional learning exercise in Module 7 about cognitive dissonance. It has to do with our perception of ourselves. So we've got some words in here too, vocabulary words for social and emotional learning: perception, growth mindset, neuroplasticity, cognitive distortions, and reframing. So first thing you've got here is to watch a video on what is form. It's going to talk about the art element form so that you can learn about that. And then I've got some notes here for you to look over that are also about the art element form. And you can see here, this is an example of the artist creating an illusion that there's a hole in the ground when actually, you know, that's a painting on the concrete. So how are form and value connected? What's their relationship? So I want you to answer by either visiting this Wakelet and hitting the green box. Right here it says Edit Collection. Hit the green box, and then it should pull up a place for you to add right here what you want to say. Okay, and then when you're done, just hit Done. Okay, I want to go back to here we go. 7.4 is an exercise where I want you to turn shapes into forms. You've actually already done this when you created the drawing of the sphere. If you want more practice, then go ahead and do this, and it'll be like extra credit. I'm not going to count it against you if you skip it. Okay, so if you need to skip something, skip 7.4 because really you've already done it when you drew the sphere. This is the social emotional learning portion of Module 7. I want you to explore perception, thoughts, and cognitive distortions. So this is when really you have negative thoughts about yourself and it distorts the way you see yourself and what you think about yourself. So I've got some notes here and then an explanation here, and I was wanting you to read this and then also watch the video down here about cognitive distortions. And then I'd like for you to reflect about cognitive dissonance or cognitive distortions, and I want you to think about a time that you experienced a cognitive distortion, and I'd like for you to tell me about it and how you reframed it or how you got yourself out of that negative thinking pattern. So there are 15 cognitive distortions listed below. Polarizing, when it's like all or nothing. Mental filtering, so you dismiss certain information and you only focus on other information. Overgeneralization, just because it happened one time doesn't mean it's going to happen every time. So you can go through these. These are very powerful pieces of information to have. These are negative thought patterns that people experience on a regular basis. So go through and read about those 15 cognitive distortions, and then share your thoughts with me. And if you'd like to post it, you can post it on the Wakelet, and other students can read about it as well. You don't have to put your name, but if you put it on the Wakelet without a name, then you need to make sure that you send it to me in the text box. Okay, you submit it through the text box here so that I'm able to grade it and give you credit. Module 7.7, explore. This is how artists use form as illusion. This is a really cool slideshow. It's talking about optical illusion and how artists use the art elements to fool the eye or to make something look like it's really there when it's not. And in 7.8, I would like for you to pull one of the works of art from the slideshow, the previous slideshow that we just looked at. And I would like for you to either click on this one for English or this one for Spanish. And when you click on the link, it's going to create a copy. Would you like a copy? Yes. Make a copy. Oops. Okay. And so here it is. Please make sure that you put your name on this. Okay. So you can either put it before or after. I don't care. But make sure you put your name. And so you can see, choose one image from the slideshow. And these are the directions. Put the artist's name and the photo here. Okay, and you just go down the slides. Describe how the artist creates the illusion. Which elements do you think are contributing to that illusion, creating that illusion? What do you think is most interesting about it? And then what's a question you have about it? And then if you would, please share that with me. And that's everything that's due before the break. That's everything that's due by Friday. There's one last assignment 7.9, creating an illusion. And this is where I'm giving you the opportunity to do a drawing of either an impossible shape by optical illusion or an altered geometric solid. This doesn't have to be a finished drawing. I think I'm just going to take a formative grade on this one, and I'll do our summative grade in Module 8. So this doesn't have to be finished. It can be more of a sketch. Okay, and that brings us to the conclusion of Module 7. And if I don't see you before then, have a wonderful Thanksgiving and enjoy your break and get lots of rest. All right, goodbye.